And on the hill in this one, Roki Sasaki. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Coming up on the first pitch, Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that's how this game gets started. The 0-1. Late with the swing there.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 2. Got him. 1 away.
Batting second, right fielder Chase Delauder.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like
oh, that got him.
Take your base.
Batting third baseman José Ramírez.
Man at first with 1 gone, and now it's switch hitting third baseman José Ramírez. Way outside, straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Man, it seems like his control has just totally left him out there. He hits the guy, then immediately throws a wild pitch to move him into scoring position. I'm sure that's a lonely feeling out there on the mound right now.
Man at second.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Good hitters count the 2-0.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
The 2-1. And the slider just misses.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way.
Now a rocket to right center, way back there, and forget it, it's out of here. The 2-run shot. The Guardians strike first. It's 2-0.
Pitchers hate going against José Ramírez because he tends to punish the baseball. This is just the latest example of it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One down. Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Manzardo. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. Next offering is foul back. And a 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Ripped on the ground to second. Slinging it to first in time.
Batting fifth, first baseman Rhys Hoskins.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Rhys Hoskins. great stop. To first. Throw is high and over his head. And it's going to wind up out of play.
No problem fielding that one, and the transfer looked good, but man, he sailed it across the diamond and out of play. It looked like he just tried to put too much behind it, cost him an extra base too.
So runner at second, 2 down. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Man on second, 2 down. He swings and fouls one off. Fights it off. He'll see another.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
And that is that. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. We go to the bottom of the first. And towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, Tanner Bybee. What's the word on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's a foul ball. Now the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Right through there, got him. One gone here.
Right fielder, Kyle.
Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Oh, 1 now. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Batting third, shortstop.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
One out, runner at second. Here's Mookie to hit. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Here comes the 0-1. Foul ball there.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
On the ground right side. And it goes just foul. That misses. Ball 1. In the air, left field. Martinez on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Freddie Freeman in the box lays off for ball one. That one fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes the grab after a long run. That is the inning. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Guardians 2 and the Dodgers nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. Oh, 2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back. That one on its way, and it's gone. A solo shot, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Gabriel Arias getting ready to hit. And it's fouled away. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. The shortstop takes the ball.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Next to hit, Angel Martinez. And there's the strike. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Just misses with that one.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up.
next for Cleveland, center fielder Stephen Kwan.
Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Ball one.
Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Started to go after it. Now a look down to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
The next offering misses. Full count now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the second. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
He caught it behind his back. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Batting sixth, third baseman Max Muncy.
Max Muncy at the dish. And first offering is fouled off. Hammered down the right side, but foul. On the ground. Flips it. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting seventh, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
Two down, bases empty. Teoscar Hernandez now at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Next pitch is outside. Makes a sliding stop. Throw to first. What a play. Inning over. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. On to the third inning. So in now for Cleveland, Chase DeLauder. There's a swing and a drive. That one opts against the fence. And that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
runner in scoring position, no outs. José Ramírez digs in for the Guardians.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat. You know, these Guardians doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Swing and a pop-up. Freeland settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next for Cleveland.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. These hitters haven't looked overmatched, though, and he may need to try something else.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal at third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw very well. So you got to take that bag. Get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
One away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ball to strike. The pitch. Go Chris through the early stages. He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. In the air to left center. Hernandez should have this one. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from
Up
third.
next for Cleveland, first baseman Rhys Hoskins.
So no one on after the sac fly. Rhys Hoskins digs in for the Guardians. He's 0 for 1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Two down, nobody on. That misses. 2-2. Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for Cleveland, catcher Bo Naylor.
So up next, Bo Naylor. Flied to right his first time. Late swing, foul to the left. The 0-1. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Here's the 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. Ball one there. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. The 1-2. That's down and in. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. That's to third. And that's the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Guardians 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pages. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Right through there for a strike. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Alex Freeland in the box here lets that one go for a ball. The 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front. That missed by a lot. Ball 2. And a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Struck out looking his first time.
No, that's a ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there. He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches.
That is the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They trail it here 4-0.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, number 78.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Second baseman.
Here's Brian Rocchio. He's already homered in this game. And a foul ball. Yo 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias. He was a strikeout victim his first time. In the air, right field. Out number 2.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder Angel Martinez.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Angel Martinez. Went down on strikes his first time through. Oh. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ball 2. On the ground, right side, Freeland. To first, out number 3. Nothing doing for the Guardians there, but they lead it 4-0. Back here in L.A., ready to go, bottom 4. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike.
Oh, wow, what a stop. Throw not nearly in time, he's safe.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
So a man at first. Here's Mookie Betts now. The 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
For the Dodgers, first baseman.
1 out, man at first. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Double play ball to second. And it pulls the shortstop off the bag.
Well, this offense just got a major gift. Probably should have been a double play, but it all starts with the good feed to second. And right there, everything broke down on the throw. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
First and second, 1 out. The batter now will be Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball. Two on, 1 out. Not even close there. And 1-1. Cracks his bat and pops him up.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Muncy digs in. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Whoa. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Next offering is outside. Got got him swinging. Dodgers strand a couple. They're down 4-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
DeLauder in the box again, takes a strike. Kwan on at first, nobody out. This ball's chopped on the ground. Freeland tosses to first. One away here in the 5th.
Up next for Cleveland, third baseman, José Ramírez.
Now it's José Ramírez. He's already homered here in this one.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Man at second. Ground ball right side. And Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. He'll do it himself. 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, Kyle
And next is the
Manzardo.
designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that one inside, and it hit him.
First base.
Up next for Cleveland,
Rhys
third baseman,
Hoskins
Rhys
to the
Hoskins.
plate. 1 for 2. And ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1. Right side. And the inning is over. Guardians strand a couple. They lead 4-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Just missed. And the 1-0. And base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Back-to-back singles. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And up next for Los Angeles, Alex Freeland. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Just missed. Check swing, and he went. In the count 1-2. The Dodgers trying to get back into this one. Last half of inning number 5. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. On the ground, right side. One at second. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Miguel Rojas digs in now.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 outs with a runner at third. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Throw down to third, but he's back safely. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We're back, and here's a look at how we got to this stage of the game.
Pitching for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Bo Naylor getting ready to hit. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Out of here. A solo shot, and they boost their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. In the air, left field, down the line, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. In the air, left field, and it's a foul ball. Henriquez, 23 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Here's the 0-2. And that skips into dirt. Action in the pen down there. Tanner Scott, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. The 1-2. Outside. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're the top half of the sixth. In the air to left center, Hernandez on the move to the alley. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop Gabriel Arias.
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. And there's a ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's to third, and it kicks off the bag. Grabs it barehanded. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an
Up
infield
next
hit.
for Cleveland, left fielder Angel Martinez.
One gone, runner at first. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Angel Martinez. The 1-0. Man at first, one away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Glove flip to second. On to first, save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Center fielder Stephen Kwan.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan will hit next. Fastball almost got him there. Martinez, the runner at first with two gone. Next offering is fouled back. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. And the lead is now 5-0. Back here in LA, bottom of the sixth. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one outside. 3 balls, no strikes.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Fought off foul. The 3-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power. Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Here comes the 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. The Guardians leading by 5 here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one missing low. Betts hanging in there. He's a tough at bat. And that one is lifted in the air. He makes the grab.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
One out man at first. Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
There's a swing and a miss. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Tim Herron, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Sobrowski also throwing.
Whoa.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Naylor takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher
Will Smith to the plate. Fouled off left side.
No, that's a ball.
Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. The 1-2. And a sweeper misses for a ball. Ground ball left side. Throw sails over his head at first. Tucker headed for third. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error.
That's a case where he just pushed the throw a little bit, didn't stay on top of it, didn't find the release point, and it gave him no chance at first base to come down with it. I know he won't be happy with himself on that one.
So 2 down. Here's Max Muncy. The 1-0. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. 2 on, 2 outs.
Whoa.
Here's a 2-1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Payoff pitch, and that'll load the bases.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Hernandez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Swings through that. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs.
In situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That one misses. Ball 3. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Check swing called strike. And a full count now. That one lifted to left. Martinez in position. And that is the third out of the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, stepping up for the Guardians, Chase DeLauder.
You know, these Guardians really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Here's José Ramírez. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Foul ball there. And that skips in the dirt. That one missed. Swing and a ball popped up. Makes the grab on the run. 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball. And it goes just foul.
I would say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Guardians go down in order as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead.
Now pitching for Cleveland.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tim Herron.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. And a curve misses outside. That's in there.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Line drive. Nice grab.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Alex Freeland.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Alex Freeland. That one fouled off. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. In the air, right side, DeLauder on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there are two down.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter.
Back to the top of the order, Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Kwan going back on this one. Makes the catch, crashing into the wall.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tanner Scott.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And here is Hoskins. 1 for 3.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And the 0-2. The other way, and he beats the shift. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for Cleveland, catcher Bo Naylor.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Nice stop from his backside. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
What an acrobatic play right there. Knocks it down, throws from the seat of his pants, and just looks like he's playing in the backyard. He makes it look really easy.
Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Naylor stands at first with 1 out. That's off the inside corner, and the count now 2-0. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Jack Dreyer looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Here's a 2-0. Yes. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop Gabriel Arias.
First and second, 1 out. Gabriel Arias now at the plate. Foul ball. Two on, 1 out. Line drive, that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. He's safe. It's 6-0.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Two on with 1 out. Here's the left fielder, Angel Martinez. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Tucker towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder Stephen Kwan.
Back to the top of the order now. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Two on, two outs.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Stays alive. Oh, and this one gets away. Up with it, fires to first. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
Just a brutal turn of events for the defense. They get the big strikeout with the runner on third, but not only are they unable to complete the out at first, also some heads-up base running gets a run across. Kind of a tough play to recover from and move on if you're on the mound or behind the dish.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Tanner Scott is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Jack Dreyer.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
First and second, two down. Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians. In there for a strike. Kind of boxed that one behind the plate, though. Swing and a miss.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Guardians 7 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready for the bottom of the eighth. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's the ball.
Up and in, and it's 2-0. Outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie.
And now it's Mookie Betts. 0 for 3 in this one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
There's a strike. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Betts hanging in there. He's a tough at bat. Got him. Mookie Betts down on strikes.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift in a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Freeman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Tucker at first, one gone. That one finds the zone. 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one missed. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tim Herron departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
Connor
Cleveland,
Brogdon
number
will take over
75,
here.
Connor
This is his
Brogdon.
third time out this year. And up to the
Up
plate
next
is
for
Will
the
Smith.
Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Kwan under this one. And that's the inning. So the Dodgers leave one, not going their way. It's 7-0. Back here in LA, all set to start the ninth in this one. José Ramírez digs in for the Guardians. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Shohei Ohtani, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. One down.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter Kyle Manzardo.
And here is Kyle Manzardo. The Guardians up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. High fly ball down the left field line. Hernandez on the move. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
So, man aboard, stepping up for the Guardians, Rhys Hoskins. Oh, 1 down.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Naylor, the next to hit, takes high for ball 1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one ripped, but foul.
Ball.
on the ground. And that's just foul. Man on second, 2 down. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Bottom of the ninth. Here comes Max Muncy. That one close, ruled a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And there's a ball. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Let's go, Hernandez. Whoa.
Brogdon, the tall righty, 205 pounds, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. Struck him out swinging. Just 1 out remaining for the Dodgers.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
So last chance for the Dodgers. Andy Pajes digs in now. Two down, nobody on.
Hey! Nope, outside.
And a ground ball to first, and foul ball. 1 strike away, and
That's
now
the
it's
ball.
filled up.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. The Guardians use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
But we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.